Hello and welcome. We're going to talk about the aliens in Psychodrome a little bit, okay? They're changelings. I think they use a different word, but they're changelings. Like if you've seen Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you know exactly what you're getting into. Yeah, here we go. They call them ambimorphs right there. You can see it. So our players, or our characters, went to this planet, Draconis, to get a fire crystal. These things are super rare, super expensive. They're like the backbone of interstellar communication. They enable the tachyon beams that power society. So they're with this dude named Rosin. They actually met him on the space station casino, and he hung out with them while Breck went and had a cool cyborg battle with a cyborg. It's a really cool fight. It's so cool. I'm not going to relay it to you because I want you to go buy this book and read it. At least up to page 154. So Rosin, their guide, reveals himself to not be Rosin. He's an ambimorph. He's one of the aliens. He's the reason for the military blockade. And he goes through and talks about how the aliens have been infiltrating human society. Um, the whole story here is that people settled this planet, and then doing like people do, they started hunting the wildlife. They're like, oh man, these cow burgers are great. Well, it turns out that many of the cows were not space cows. Okay, they were actually these ambimorphs who were fully sentient. And so the ambimorphs got tired of getting hunted and started fighting back. And so that created the military blockade that locked the whole place down so nobody could get in or out except under very strict conditions. Part of that was like you had to have like a transmitter in your head. Well, it kind of turns out that the ambimorphs figured that part out and started including the transmitters in their heads, which is how Nikolai Rosin, the ambimorph, replaced Nikolai Rosin, the fire crystal hunter, and left the planet. So there's no telling how many ambimorphs have left the planet, and so they're kind of trying to blackmail the main characters. They're trying to blackmail Earth. They're trying to blackmail humanity with, hey, you should just leave us alone and let us do our thing, or we will cause, mass damage to your society. We will start setting off kaboom booms and all that kind of stuff. There's words you can't really say on Twitch and YouTube without getting in trouble with the censors. And, words like T, and stuff like they don't like those. But that's basically what they're threatening. And this is sadly where the book goes off the rails. I was super duper into everything up to this point. But this is where the book goes off the rails. The introduction to this ambimorph plot completely takes everything we've done in the rest of the book. It takes the premise of the book and it throws it out the window. Because the premise is we're following a dude and two other people through a game show. It's like the Running Man, except broadcast live into people's brains. And once we get to chapter 9 here, that ain't happening no more. Yeah, there's still like the aspect of the game, but it very quickly goes off the rails. Our main characters end up working for the government, hunting stuff down. There's a tragic death that I'm very mad at. They promised us something different on the back of the book than what we got. I'm upset about it. I will never not be upset about it. This book had a trash ending. If I was rich and directing a movie adaptation of it, I would rewrite the ending. No hesitation. Probably a good thing I'm not rich and I'm not rewriting the ending because Simon Hawke, who I think is like 80 years old, probably come out of retirement and come gunning for me. So yeah, the aliens are cool. I don't like that they just kind of stole all the scene. Because I really liked what we had going on. I thought we were totally going into Running Man territory. We were going to explore like corporate dystopia some more. Having said that, the actual very end of the book, where our main character gets revenge on the gangster that's been trying to kill him, Sakara, extremely satisfying stuff. That ending is sublime. But like all the stuff between page 154 and when that happens, just made me wish I was not reading it. I can go into more detail if anybody cares, but you probably don't care that much, do you? So anyway, Psychodrome, great book with an ending that I did not really care for because I don't think the ending fit the rest of the book. You all have a great one out there. Oh, I like bumped the camera and changed the angle it was at. That was wild. You all have a great one out there, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.